Pisces, hi. So this is going to be a reading for December 2nd through the 8th. And I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And then I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Let's see, Pisces. By the way, if you see a little bit of smoke coming in, the house isn't on fire. I lit up an incense, but I was like, okay, I gotta go. I can't wait for this whole thing to burn down. Smells pretty. The overall energy for the reading, the Eight of Pentacles. So you're working on something here. What are you working on? I don't know. I can't see yet. We'll see. In the recent past, the Queen of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, the Nine of Wands. There's a little bit of conflicting kind of an energy there attached to your own energy of self-love, putting yourself first. There's a little bit of overthinking in the way. Almost like, am I doing it? Am I doing it if I do this? You know, is that putting myself first? Like, there's a little bit of confusion there or something. It's kind of standing in the way of the whole concept. Okay, we'll see. In the current situation, the Four of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, these are great energies. Very easygoing, very, okay, I'm doing my thing. I'm not agitated. I'm not, I'm not going out there with all sorts of pressing energies or really, really harsh energies. It's really, really chill right now. The energy attached to you, which is really fun. It's almost like childlike, like, oh, that happened. Okay. I don't know. Pretty cool energies. Potentially in how you handle a situation, or is this a general? It's very vague. You're water signs. You always give me really vague surface stuff in the first round, and then when I clarify, I actually can see what's happening. So I can't tell a lot of what the fuck is going on, but okay, I can just see the energy attached to things at this point, or at least what you want me to see for now. In the immediate future, the Ace of Wands, the Three of Wands, the Seven of Swords. This is waiting too long. You want to do something here. There's an action related kind of an energy, and it's like, yeah, I feel like I should really do this. But then you wait it out, and then you wait it out a little too long to the point of, I'm not going to do it. Okay. Let's clarify. This is where the fun starts with you guys. Let's do the Eight of Pentacles. All right. King of Swords, Seven of Cups, Six of Wands. You know what you're doing here. You know what you're doing. Whatever you're working on, you got it covered. You're like, I'm on top of things here. And you are. Making the best choices, the best, like, at least they feel good to you, as you proceed and as you put effort into whatever this is. I feel like this is tied up to either work or a project you got going on. It's something of yours. It's something where it has to do with you. Not only with you, but you're at the core of this for sure. Queen of Pentacles in the recent past. Ooh. The Six of Swords, the Star, the Hangman. Oh man, this is one of those energies of, if you truly deeply care for someone, let them go, kind of a thing. I don't know if that's what happened there, but that's kind of what it brings for me as an energy in terms of you're coming from a place of love in a situation, but you might have to turn your back on it or something, which you're not really doing that, you're kind of standing still and just allowing for things to play out more than turning your back. But it could be interpreted as you turned your back to this. From a more deeper perspective, it's one of those things where you just release something. From the energetic standpoint, it's like, you know, you're free, kind of a thing. You free yourself from it and you free that energy. It's pretty cool, actually. Pretty liberating. Okay. But then why does it suck? Eventually. For the Eight of Swords, you get the Four of Cups, the Sun, the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, because then, oh man, I see this in two different planes. The spiritual one, the deeper sense of you, where energies are at play and everything feels right in that place. And then I see the part in which the mind takes over. And that's when disappointment comes over and like, what the fuck did I just do, kind of a thing. Like, okay, it feels good, but like, uh-oh, you know, kind of a deal. The mind is definitely starting to take over there. And it feels like you have no direction at this point. Yeah, you felt liberated. Yeah, you felt good for a split second, but then what? You know? What is this? Let's do the Nine of Wands. For the Nine of Wands, you get the Ten of Wands, the Eight of Cups, the Ten of Cups. Oof, it left you a little bit emotionally numb, this whole situation. So it definitely started off from that split second of this feels like the best thing to do. Then the mind took over, where it left you in the middle of nowhere about everything that's going on. It's like, I have no fucking clue what to do now. And then I see you completely shutting off from your heart. So it leaves you, even though you don't want to, and it feels very, very hard that you're even in this place, but you're still doing it. Okay. Emotionally numb, I would say, over there. Let's do the Four of Swords in the current situation. The Eight of Swords, the Nine of Cups, the Moon. You're trying to heal from that. You're trying to come back from that. And because there is a little something within you that tells you, no, there's something there. It's like, and I want to connect to it because I've been so disconnected from it. And I see that energy and I see you wanting to come back from it. Because you know it's there. You haven't reached it yet, but you know it's there. That whole, I should feel again, maybe. You know? Okay. Let me do the Page of Pentacles. The Six of Cups, the Nine of Swords, the Two of Cups. Okay, so there's a soul connection here. It's the first time that you're showing me this. So I'm not sure if this is a new situation or it's part of that whole shebang there in the past. But you're showing me love attached to the soul connection, a lot of stress attached to it, but also, more importantly, what you're learning through this connection. And it could be that this connection is teaching you to come back to your heart, somehow from that place of emotionally numb. Or it could be that you're realizing that you're better off learning the lessons that was there to provide you in the past, if that's of the past, the connection, than just kind of living through life like a little robot or something, you know? Because that's kind of how it's going to feel when we're ripped apart from our emotions, our heart. Let's do the Page of Wands in the current situation. You get the Queen of Swords, the Death card, the Wheel of Fortune. That's interesting, because you're telling me I'm cutting something off completely. Like you're not coming through as deceptive. You're not coming through as delusional or anything. You're very clear. This is done. But then I see the energy bouncing right back in. So it's like, okay, well, you're done with it, but this energy comes back in somehow. And I'm not saying you're bringing it back in or you're welcoming it back or anything. It's just bouncing right back in, from what I can see. Okay. Let me see the Ace of Wands. I can't trust that this is done, even though you're shown up very clear in that. You might be done, but the situation may not be done. For the Ace of Wands in the immediate future, you get the Queen of Pentacles, the Judgment card, the Tower. You're making some radical decisions here that do place you in that energy of putting yourself first. Now, I don't know what those are. Well, you want to. You want to implement some, I don't know what it is, boundaries, stuff. It looks like over time, these energies of kind of shoving you into that place of putting yourself first are definitely at play. And sometimes it may be rough in the way you may have to do it. I'm not convinced that you're doing it given that these energies are here, but you may. But again, it's a process that's going to unfold over time, where you may have to implement some boundaries there, some things that have to do with your well-being and putting yourself first. For the Three of Wands, you get the Two of Wands, the Five of Swords, the Emperor. Interesting, because I see you doing that. So let's say you have your life, right? And there's a branch of your life here, a branch here, a branch here, a branch here. And you're starting this cleanup process, or just how you show up in these individual branches in a certain way that makes these energies know that you're putting yourself first. There's one particular branch, right? There's one particular direction in your life where you're taking your sweet time with this process. Like you're applying this at work, with friends, with family, with this, that, and the other. This one, which I don't know what it is, but it seems to be the most important one, and the closest one to your heart at least. You're like, I'll get to them. Don't you worry about it. I'll get to them. Maybe you're practicing on, those other parts of your life, those other areas of your life. And this one would be the hardest. And it's, it kind of makes sense, but it doesn't. Because it's like, you would think this would be the first one you would apply this energy to, because it's the closest, right? You go to the furthest to apply this, and then the closest one, you're like, I'll do it later. That's why the deceptiveness shows up, because it's like, it's the closest. How do you skip that and go to other areas of your life, to apply these energies? For the Seven of Swords, you get the Eight of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, the Seven of Wands. It could be this direction here might be tied up to the situation that you closed off. It keeps on bouncing back. So it could be that it's something that's not necessarily set or stable. It could be one of those, 2 days they're here, 2 weeks they're out of here or something. So I can't really, what am I going to apply to that? They're not here anyway most of the time, or something. Because meanwhile, as this kind of bouncing in and bouncing out kind of an energy comes through, you're showing me, well, I'm still hoping that something's going to work out there. And if I go out there and put some boundaries up or something, I might fuck it up. So that's why you're not doing it. Out of fear. But you're also dealing with, your energy is starting to feel more steady, whereas this other energy is kind of in and out. And so, if anything, this would come back to your self-worth, which you're actually, your sense of self-worth, which you're actually exercising that in other areas of your life. Why not here? Especially here. Because, maybe there's hope. Or I see you don't want to hang on to that hope and actually go for it 100% in terms of going for that energy of putting yourself first. but it's still happening. It's still here. That sense of, I just don't want to fuck it up and have them go away completely. You know, at least they're here 2 days out of, I don't know, month or something. So that's good. Okay. But again, it goes back to your self-worth. If you think you deserve that, a sense of inconsistency there, and I'll come back here and I'll talk to you whenever I feel like. Yeah, okay. You know, that goes back to asking yourself, do you really deserve that? Let me see what the universe has as a final advice. The Sun, the Queen of Cups, the Three of Swords. Yeah, there's good days, the 2 days, and there's not so good days, the rest of them days, that this energy is not showing up. So you're caught in an energy, in dealing with an energy that creates all sorts of that. There's no steady pace to it. There's just either good or not so good. Okay. And if you measure it, you know, like, okay, look, life is that. It's not always going to be good and rainbows and butterflies, right? It's going to be up and down. But through that up and down, there's a sense of consistency there. There's a sense, if there's too much good and a little bad, maybe something is hiding there. If there's too much bad and too little good, you know, that's not balanced. That's not consistent. So that's where we have to kind of start thinking a little bit about, but does that work for me? You know, because if it does, it does. And if it doesn't, then let's do something about it. You know what I mean? So that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye.